Do not move to Whidbey Island unless you know these 5 things first. This is not a do not move here video. This is a more move here with your eyes wide open. And if you are moving here, just watch this really quickly. Whidbey Island is a totally magical place, but it is not convenient. And if convenience is your love language and you love it so much that you want to marry it, don't move here. Or at least understand these things and know what you're moving into, because there really are some incredible trade-offs for these inconveniences. But I want you to be an informed Whidbey resident, not a caught by surprise Whidbey resident. So here we go. Number 1, things just take longer here. Errands take longer. Having people come out to your house to fix something takes longer. It takes longer to get anywhere. You have to have more time. And conveniences are coming here. We do have 1-day Amazon delivery now, and I think DoorDash is really huge in Oak Harbor, but some conveniences never get here, and some take a long time to get here, where people on the mainland or in metropolitan areas have enjoyed them for a really long time. The trade-off is that it is a really beautiful pace of life, and your whole system calibrates to it when you've been here for a while, and it can be a very peaceful existence. Number 2 is that getting on and off the island can be a whole event in and of itself. With a bridge on the north end and a ferry in the center and the south end, you have to have time, and depending on traffic and depending on the time of year, it can be a real hassle and you can get stuck. The pro tip here is 1, to just buffer your time, give yourself extra space in your schedule. And then number 2 is really the key tip is to plan ahead and know where to get the resources. I have a whole video on traveling on and off the island where I list and talk about a lot of resources or can help make things smoother and more efficient for you when you are traveling. But just know that, it's not like a quick trip to Seattle. And even if you have everything super planned out, there can be a low tide or an issue with the ferries, or certain times in the summer, you just don't want to go anywhere. But summer is the most magical place on Whidbey, so why would you ever want to leave? 3 is the microclimates and the moody weather. It is the Pacific Northwest after all, and while some people really hate it, I actually think it's kind of some of its mystique about living here. So there are tons of microclimates, but in general, this area of the country gets a lot more gray days, a lot more rain in the winter. It doesn't snow. Maybe it snows 1 or 2 days a year on Whidbey Island, but it is wet and gray and cold from about November to really it's not until the end of March where I start to feel like I'm warming up again. I worry about people who come and visit Whidbey Island and it's a peak of perfection, which is probably late July to early October. It is absolute magic, and it's hard to believe that it can be anything but that magic. I would hate if that was the only experience people had and then they moved here and they were ill-equipped and unaware of what was to come during the winter season. So if I were you, just making sure you wear lots of layers, dress prepared no matter wherever you go, have a sense of humor with you, and get into the moodier aspect of it. If you have the means, then go travel somewhere warm in February, because that's about the month when you're is spring and summer ever going to get here? And that little break or that thing to drag you through and look forward to and then kind of get you over the hump, I have found is the magic bullet to this. Number 4 is about how homes and properties are just different here. You're going to be living on a septic, a well, you may be dealing with shoreline if you're lucky, and you also have the Naval Air Station base here, so you're dealing with jet noise. This can mean extra maintenance, extra unknowns, and a little bit more complexity to life. It's one of the reasons I think it's critical that you work with local expertise like Stavros Homes, where we've got the background, the expertise, and the educational sort of vibe of our business to making sure that you know all the resources, all the facts, you are prepared for what living on Whidbey Island is like for that and what your specific property brings to your experience living here. Number 5 is that you are not just moving to a place, you are moving to a community. And it's a pretty tight-knit community, there are so many events and ways that you can get involved with hobbies, crafts, farmers markets. I'm thinking of like all the festivals and arts and crafts things that go on, as well as our million rabbit holes that you can go down in this community and be with your people when you find them. But it's real and relationships matter. And honestly, if anonymity and endless nightlife is your jam, then it's going to be a little struggly here. But the pro side is that you really build incredible relationships. You build purpose and meaning, and you can make an impact in your community. I grew up in Orange County in Southern California, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I am just another face to no one around here. I could disappear into the fabric of this crazy community. But on Whidbey Island, I can actually make an impact. It's hard for me to go grocery shopping now without running into at least one or two people that I know and having a conversation about our lives. So to me, that is really meaningful and adds a lot of value to my life. But just know that that's what you're getting into when you move to Whidbey. If you like this content, please like and subscribe and follow this channel because there will be more. And if you're interested in learning more about relocating to Whidbey, just send me a message down below and I'll get you our relocation guide. I am Kristen Stavros with Stavros Homes. We are your real estate advisors for Whidbey Island, and we are a wealth of knowledge working for you.